Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and pick back up with our next part of the agenda. So this is, of course, always the fun part in terms of helping us set direction. This is really helpful. So for any of you that are not familiar with this process, it's not just a way, it works on two different levels. The first is it gives us, ARC, more direction in terms of what you need to know about, so we can go out and do research and talk to folks and present ideas and our analysis to you. But it's also a way for you to identify what it is you want to discuss. As anybody who's been on in our online meetings know, that's these hour-long meetings, the first half is typically member business and a presentation of some sort. The whole last half hour is open discussion. So a lot of times this nomination process for topics and prioritization of topics is things that you want to talk about, as well as research we can help you with. And then also it helps us go out and find user members that can present to the topic. So there's going to be two layers of voting here. The first one's going to be more open-ended in terms of topics that you want us to consider for 2020. And then the next layer of voting will be a list of issues and topics that you can vote on as well. If you happen to vote in the open section for something and then you see it in the list, it's fine to nominate it twice, not a problem at all. So the first question here, you're going to go back into the polling in your app, and you should see this question. Please enter one topic or research area you would most like to have the Digital Transformation Council and ARC address in 2020. Here we go, pardon. I think I have to actually introduce it via the... So if you're having a problem finding that, let me know. But you should see it now in your app in the polling section. In the polling, if you recall, is the second to right tab on the bottom. So the folks that just walked in, we're doing the open question around research priorities for 2020. So if you just go into the polling app, you should see the question pop up. Okay, still coming in? Okay, so the next one, as you can see here, is a list of questions, and you'll see the findings on this in real time. So we can take a look at this when we're done. Yeah, okay. So as mentioned earlier in the presentation, when we did this last year, we did have a set of priorities that popped out that were very, very obvious. And if you were part of that process last year and were attending some of those web meetings this year, you'll notice that we started right from the highest priority. So what you'll start to see, we do have the part 2 of the EDGE as a topic for our online meeting in March, but what we'll start to do is then just work down this priority list in terms of setting meetings, monthly meetings for the year. Clearly looks like machine learning and analytics, workforce and skills for digital transformation are popping out as the two clear leaders, and then it looks like we've got a little grouping there right after that one. Perhaps for part of the open discussion, it would be helpful for me in particular to get a little more insight from you in terms of what about machine learning and analytics and what about workforce skills. Those are two areas that I cover fairly extensively. That would be helpful to get a little nuance on that to refine what we go out and look for and research in 2020. And then I believe it looks like perhaps digital twins after that one. It's kind of hard for me to see here from the side and front. And then it looks like top 3, workforce, machine learning, and digital twins. Okay. And I think a couple last minute votes came in. Might have swayed that total. All right, can I close this out? Okay. All right, one of the things we want to do is share a survey and some of the results we had from that survey around digital transformation. It's a bit of a snapshot in terms of where the market is. And to do that, I have Greg Gorbach join us. Thanks.